We didn't find out a whole lot. It's both physically there and not. The bird is, because it pecked Jin as he tried to touch it. Birdseed did not entice it. Was it Caradoc? I thought...
Yeah, it was Caradoc.
Jin gave him a boost up there, and then the bird was like, "Now, fuck off."
Right, and then it like cawed at you or something as we left, right?
Because I it's like, "Goodbye, bird," and it's like,
Yeah. Okay. From there, I'm having a little bit of a blank. We didn't go right to the bog, did we? No, because we found a turtle along the way.
Actually.
A tortoise.
Actually.
Right, a tortoise.
Yeah.
Dog.
A dog.
I was ring dog ahead.
Exactly. Beware of dog. I don't quite remember his name. I know it starts with a T.
There he is.
I could take him.
Tarquin.
Tarquin.
He's right.
Thank you.
He can.
Tarquin the tortoise was very upfront with us in that we have things ahead. And I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was along the lines of like, you're gonna have to go through it, you might as well just go. Essentially, just go. You're gonna have to go through it. I'm not gonna tell you how to get around. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You just gotta go.
He's charging he's charging it right now. Give it a sec.
He has the charger feat, actually. I go learn it from him.
Damn! He
refused to tell us the
he
secret
ended
about
up
the black stuff.
Exactly. Well, was it the secret or just he refused to tell us anything?
No comment, he said. Why do you attack the black stuff?
Right. He's visiting his in-laws, so that's fun for him. And we left him on his merry way, as we left on our merry way to the,
He did 999 damage.
Oh!
Alright, let me hide this. There you go.
The bog will corrode anything. I don't know. I think that's the right word. Corrode anything that isn't natural to this place, including us and our equipment. Fortunately, we quite literally have a little wall of sunshine with us who will sing for us and make the bad fog go away temporarily in a little bubble. Fortunately, Eva is also able to recreate this ability to a lesser degree, but still, we won't be encapsulated in the bog.
She's not as bright a bowl of sunshine.
But genetically related is close
trying.
enough.
Sun and moon, right?
True. True! The moon is a reflection of the sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
Easy as.
But the moon is weaker in terms of light.
Okay, alright, anyway. So...
Yes, but the moon has a gun!
Moon's haunted.
What?
But so enchanting.
Moon's haunted. We were traveling through the bog, following the fetish that Dahlia's holding, when we came across kind of a crossroad, so to speak. Not because the path diverged, but because we had two options. We could either go to, I'm just going to say the left, because I don't actually remember, unfortunately, which direction, cardinal direction that is. We could go to our left and follow the fetish, or the sounds of combat to our right, which had a couple notable things. There was the sounds of like armaments clashing against metal, or something clashing against metal, and you know the sounds of battle. But there's only one pair of footsteps to be heard, and whoever was making these footsteps was running on top of the water, which was interesting. I wouldn't say this is what broke the camel's back, but we ended up, good God, what are you guys doing? Sorry, I just saw the arms. We ended up, hearing a shout of Oliver, crying out for whoever Oliver may be. Deciding to follow these sounds, because it was a maiden's voice and it sounded distressed, a maiden in distress. Of course, our knight was like, "We're going, no option," and we all agreed, one way or another. Making our way over, we found this young little lady down here, this child, hiding up in a tree.
What is wrong? Why is this child here?
Child
Bad
here.
point.
Whose sassy child is this?
That's what it is. Yeah.
These ghost fish were swarming her. Fortunately, we swooped into the rescue.
We hear about the
Cleaned up
counter
shop.
storm.
Yeah,
But honestly,
we cleaned
yeah,
up
you
shop
sort of
pretty
did.
quick, but
Captain Swab.
it felt slow going because we were in a bog the whole time. But we did really well, I feel. So that's good. Good show of strength. Good show of teamwork. What have you?
Paradox
Go
asked
team.
Jen at one point, like, where do you want to go? Like, the biggest fish. Alright, whoosh.
Right.
I am over here now.
Teleported across. Essentially, it was a dimension door, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. To which Caradoc then took up point in protecting the child, whom we later learned was named Haley. She has a book that she can summon her friends from. I'm trying to remember all of their names. She told us all of them, or almost all of them, if not all of them. I know Oliver and Olivia. That's all I remember, to be fully honest. I know one starts with an M.
I'll pay it a inspiration if someone does actually remember all of them. Because I think I
all
always
the-
said it like one time.
What the names
Yeah.
of her little characters?
Yeah.
How many are
Yeah,
there
her
again?
friends.
Montague?
Or...
Yes.
They're all based off books.
Montague, Atticus,
Book
Olivia, Oliver. Is there one more?
I think there is.
I'm gonna tell
There
you.
is.
Oh, I'm wrong.
That's the fifth one. Fuck, what is it?
They're all
Is it
story
like
based.
Henry or something?
No,
Mhm.
it's not Henry.
Macbeth.
God, I hope not.
Did you wake up with an appetite?
The only burger that was made by a butcher that the cow trusted with its very life.
life.
Oh no,
That
made
meat
from
is
cows.
placed upon a bun, along with pickles and our super secret sauce. The new McDonald's Macbeth. It is a meal that you shall wish to enjoy tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
So anyway, it's not Macbeth, right?
No, it's not Macbeth. It's not Macbeth.
Can we have a hint as to the name the story comes from?
I feel like if I say it, it'll be really obvious.
Yeah, because I remember Olivia was the only one I didn't know the story of. Oliver, Olivia, Montague, Atticus.
It wasn't Alice, was it?
No, but you're on the right path with Alice.
Oh.
Fucking gradient background. God damn it. Make a token really
It
fast.
says Hattie, but I don't think that's true.
Chappie.
Dorothy.
Dorothy. Correct.
Yes,
Ah!
Dorothy in the Wonderland.
the one that died.
The
We in
Wonderland.
Kansas.
Okay, this
We
is bugging the shit out of me. AI background remover. Clip that.
We ended up. She showed us in her book. I think there were illustrations of at least Oliver and Olivia.
Yep.
If not,
why you
okay,
guys
perfect.
Which is why you guys get to see Oliver and Olivia's tokens. Should
Hell
not show you
yeah.
the rest of them.
Right, she only showed us those two originally because Dahlia looks like Oliver,
Oh yeah.
and then Olivia's in the next page. So.
Yep.
She, the girl who is named Haley, as we learned, ended up also, I forget how, I think it was just, I think she heard the tarot cards that we got from Arnie. She heard them, and after a bit of investigating and talking, we ended up she ended up putting them in her book. And it showed us landscapes. I believe it was the Empress that we recognized as just outside of Glenween.
Something like that. Like that's how
There
we
was
knew
someone on a horse.
Right. The other two we did not recognize.
Also we.
Nine.
I think one of them was like a jungly forest. I think.
Right.
Write down the other one. Writing book, page, jungle landscape. Oh, I didn't write down the third one, so I don't know.
Womp.
Once again,
Swamp.
After... Sorry, my internet's freaking out. Didn't mean to interrupt anyone.
No, it's fine. It was just a stupid bit. Go on.
After some more conversation, we learned that she has a harp. I think she called it a magical harp that ended up being thrown somewhere in the bog by the little fucking trumpet boy. That bastard.
Man.
He's just misunderstood and also a child.
So anyway, we're gonna punt this thing.
End his misery.
True. Put him down
Yes.
humanely.
There was that thing. I'm not gonna go spend the effort to find it, but it's like the fucking Always Sunny title card, and this one's gonna be the gang kills a child.
We also learned that her uncle is quote unquote the warden. We're
The
suspecting that it may be an acolyte that's not actually an acolyte. But we have no confirmation as of yet. Haley, because she is from this place, is unaffected by the bog and the mist. And she decided
I'm
to
a
enlighten us
native.
as to what is creating. Right, as she so wonderfully says repeatedly. She also decided to show us what is causing the mist. It's this moss that also just sometimes gets up. That's this, right? This is the.
Trojan.
Yeah.
The Moss Behemoth.
I don't
It's a
think
She
centaur.
also
I'm
told
more
us.
concerned.
I would say it
She'll
walks with those tendrils down here, those like roots, that root structure. So if you guys are playing Dark
Gross.
Souls, it's like the fucking like chaos fucking toilet vacuum thing. That thing, yeah, it's like that.
Bruh.
Don't worry, it can't eat you like that one can, unless.
No, Crash. Not unless.
That'd be a pretty good idea.
Alex?
My bad. My bad.
Hey, player.
Anywho, we also found out about these eels, as she called them. I forget what. I know it was something eel, wasn't it?
Oh, here, this will give you a. Oh my soundboard button's back.
The real.
Oh, they undid the change. Good. How smart of them. Anyways, this will help you remember what the first part is.
Ah!
Arachno
stop.
eels.
I don't like
spider
that,
eels.
no.
Spider eel.
Yeah,
He loves
spider
eels.
eel.
Understandable.
I'm now
Eel.
doubly traumatized.
Eel. I think that's one of Eel. I think it's one of Fire's cousins.
Congratulations, it will kill.
You from the Middle East.
Eel Albaracati. Anyways,
After that, let's see. We returned back to Aurelia and Eva because they couldn't harmonize for much longer. And in an effort to not talk and not only leave someone out of the conversation, but also have them continue singing indefinitely, we're gonna scoot our boots on out of the bog there and have a chat while we rest.
yes, indeed.
Scoot.
I will tell you a crucial bit of information. As you guys are exfiltrating from the swamp, going forward, as opposed to pulling a Yubi and going back, there is not a fork in the road that leads you northward, deeper into the swamp. This path snakes in a sort of diagonalish manner from where you guys started to the other side, but it is a seemingly singular path, one way. So
Right, so when
something for your
if/when we want to continue down, we won't have a path to follow.
Not unless you guys make one.
Ooh,
There's a lot of wood around here, so you could do something like that. You guys could try to make a boat,
true.
a little tug. No,
Oh,
it wouldn't
that's
be
right.
It wouldn't be a tugboat because you're not tugging. Wait, no. A tugboat
Paddleboat.
isn't a thing. The tugboat tugs. It's not getting tug. It's not a tugged boat. So you could make a tugboat. A barge.
One thing that I forgot to note that I think is important for biased reasons is I can hypothetically harvest the bog and make it into toxins.
Oh yeah, this is like technically like an infinite pool of black evil node. Well, not evil.
Okay, you're very good at
So,
correcting
if
on that.
I
I was about to
can-
say it's not technically evil.
Yeah, it's just like decay and death.
It knows what it's about. Yep, you have an hour after harvesting it to use it, so just be mindful of that. So, let me to change. Actually, is there anything else? I shouldn't jump to things. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Take the science as no. Fair enough.
Jin has a pouch of animal snacks on him at all time.
You do, yeah.
Oh,
That is canon. That is a canon thing now, which I know by the nature of D&D and player not ambition. Well, I guess ambition, but creativity. That will come up again at some point, some crucial point.
Yeah.
In the future.
Some nice.
I don't have those powers of prophecy yet, but I know for a fact it will come into play.
Crash, give us or not give us, but like put us up against a beast that hypothetically could be tamed, and we're like the snacks. It all came down to this moment.
Looks at the hound.
Who needs dominate monster when you have some treats?
Humiliate Deathwing, sprinkle some birdseed on him.
So, I have something for you guys. You guys begin or continue and eventually complete your trek through Blight Breath Bog. Seeing no fork in the road, no splits from the paths, no detour, nothing. Between Aurelia and Eva, you guys are unassailed by the Blight Breath Bog air, the mist, however you want to call it. And Haley is she's having a fun time. There are some times where you guys hear her, or she actually just tells you, like, "Oh, this is where this is where I stepped off the path. That's the direction I ran. This is the direction I ran away." That sort of stuff. Yeah, just like a little chronicle of her adventure thus far. Adventure, parentheses, neutral, end parentheses.
So this is the direction she came from, then.
Correct.
we're
She
heading?
came. Correct.
Okay.
Eventually, though, you guys, like the chicken, like the tortoise, make it to the other side.
Oh, why is there a map? Crash?
Ooh.
Why do we do that?
So we can rest.
Yeah. Smile. There was one thing I did mess up, but there's no path out of here, so this is a little bit of ways from the path that you guys used to get out of the swamp. Shut up. Don't worry about it.
It's just like a sandbar. It's just shallow, so there's no difficult terrain, right, Crash?
So, anyways, let me change the grid color of the grid of path. That's a
There
bit.
you go. See, there's a path right there. What you talking about?
Hey.
I'll just say that the path is like right here. Like it's just off screen. It's like it's literally just off screen. Shh, don't worry about it.
Yeah, so we're coming off the path in this north section.
Yes. So just so we all are cardinally aligned, this is eastward, north. So it is all accurate.
Yeah. North,
Oh, okay.
northeast, southwest, relative to this place that kind of follows cardinal directions, but also doesn't. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Just don't worry about that.
Yeah, I don't want you to worry about it. Let's see.
Shoes have to have the mask on because this place smells terrible.
Oh yeah. We'll definitely
Really,
cover Moscow.
Really,
Does the Ryusen have like swampish lands?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay. Then he's probably smelled not this bad.
They
but smelled
were
swampish.
artificially made centuries ago by the great Lord Miyazaki.
He was a great dragon of poison, and then people took him out because he was fucking annoying with his poison swamps.
Folk tales of him coveting women's feet.
He wasn't a bad guy generally, but he was weird.
He threw really hard combat encounters and told us to get good and to parry everything. And then he went off to another land slightly away and made the land of Sekiro.
He kept
Which is just
summoning
accurate.
these weird foot-shaped yokai.
Alright. Oh, almost forgot. Forgot to put...
What's going on? Wild. He stays near
I guess you'd be following behind Caradoc. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, you
The
guys
backup support dad.
make it to the other side. Unassailed, unmolested, unassaulted, all good times. Aside from obviously the fight. Unmolested by the fetish, correct. Dahlia,
Okay.
true to the speaking of the fetish, true to the indication, the pull that you felt when you were in the heart, or no, maybe not the heart of the swamp, but deeper in the swamp.
Or math, yeah.
Yeah, you do feel it pulling you this way towards the quote unquote fort that Haley mentioned. The vague silhouettes of which I think only a couple of you guys actually were able to see through the mist. Vaguely.
Roma has a hood on.
That is a note. Haley did say she could help us get through this place if we find her harp.
Yep. You guys help her find her harp. She'll help you.
Honestly,
Tit for
knowing
tat.
that she wouldn't even have to bribe us with like, "Oh, I'll help you out here." It's like, "No, we'll get you your harp."
I mean, I don't know. I'm still very suspicious of this girl. I mean, admittedly, I was asleep at this point when you guys met. From what I heard, though, she's
Well,
sus
of
as
course,
hell.
She
Like,
summons like the undead.
Edelweiss indicated
not sus.
such to Falk of like, why is she so cheery and chipper, despite
Yeah.
nearly
Yeah.
dying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like we.
Don't worry, you
just
and Mercer both have your sus tinfoil caps on.
good. Leave her in the bog, guys. Just kick her in the bog. It's fine.
Push comes to shove. Jin has a big stick with Bonk, and we'll just hide the body in the bog. Easy.
Yeah.
I've known the child for 3 minutes. I if anything happened to her, I would kill everyone in the world and then myself.
Speaking of the child, so you guys make it to the other side, and once you guys do leave the path, about 20 or so feet southward out of the path, don't fucking worry about it. Finally out. No harp, but I guess that's all right. I met you guys.
Thumbs up.
Which I actually didn't catch all your names. She smiles.
Suspect.
Don't worry, we'll
Good
go
God,
back and
Garth.
find we'll go back and find the harp. Right now, we just need to rest.
She looks you guys up and down. You guys do look pretty tired. Well, lead the way, mister.
Come on.
Insight check.
You may roll an insight check.
She fully got Jin earlier by saying it in the middle of combat. I'm like,
What's your name?
fucking Jin, I guess.
Yeah, I think right now she has Caradoc, Badger, Jin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
And
this is a
Ace.
good
Oh.
fake
Ace.
name.
Oh,
I want
I'm
to fake
so...
name so badly. I don't trust this girl. She's
Oh,
gonna.
how we forgot our boy.
I always forget him. Which is... Don't worry, we'll change that. We'll change that.
Make him
23, pretty good. Oh,
Ooh.
I guess Senko, she doesn't need to be on the map because she's not Coalesce, but just so we know where she's at
Well.
for or purposes. 23. She there's multiple elements to this. She does genuinely just want to know who the people are that saved her. There is that as like the more predominant aspect. That being said, she clearly is aware that you guys are hesitant in giving your name, and she's teasing you by hearkening on it so incessantly.
Wait, so is there not actual? Is she not actually getting anything out of this besides entertainment value?
I mean, she probably does. 23. She does have some ability, but it's not like as easy as you guys are denoting it. Like, oh, you say her name. No, she's not that capable of it, right? You just saying your name isn't enough for her.
She's mostly just trolling.
She's mostly just trolling. Yeah.
It's fucking child.
yeah, here, right, my bad. Yeah, I need to go to the appropriate.
Yeah,
there you go.
So she asks that, and
Mister.
he glances at her, then does a double take, and without hesitation, he says, "Rip Van Winkle."
Ripplewinkle?
Rip Van Winkle, 2 P's.
Rip Van Winkle.
Wait, which part has a 2-piece?
Rip.
She looks at you like, bro.
the one with the P sound.
Ah, but oh wait, that's Garth. I thought there was peas and wrinkles. Jin is from the other side of the continent. He's...
She doesn't seem to believe you, but she also thinks you're playing along for a bit.
Yeah.
Well,
Not trying
Mr.
to
Van Winkle,
deceive.
lead the way.
Oh, please, Mr. Van Winkle was my father. Just call me Rip.
Rippy.
Good enough.
Actually, is kind of a rip-ass kind of nickname.
Rip ass.
I meant it like you know what? I'm gonna stop talking for a while because I'm like on a downward spiral of conversation.
Would this be the best spot to rip ass because no one would detect it?
Aw, ace.
Did you hear that frog?
Rip ass.
God, we're getting so fucking goopy in this campaign lately.
This would be, excuse me, choking on my C4. This would be the place for it. The Betwixt is all kooky and weird. So, what do you guys do? You have to set up here. Look around.
These are all shrubberies or trees?
These are trees. These are trees. These are shrubberies. Strawberry.
A shrubbery.
Shrubbery.
Setting up in this sort of central location does provide us some cover.
I mean, can Jin look around to see if there's like the best spot to set up for like what actually has like firm landing as opposed to kind of mushy ground?
This is all firm landing. Like getting like because this slopage is I wouldn't say it's steep because that may sound very severe and sudden. But how to describe this? Like it's almost as a bog like siphons liquid as opposed to following normal hydrodynamicism. Like it keeps its nastiness very tight to itself around to the same maybe not the exact same, but around the same parameters of like the fog's extent, right? So like the fog basically suddenly ends right 5-10 feet away from the shore. Normal aerodynamics would indicate that it would probably at least flow or wisp up to where you guys are at. It does not.
So there's no gradient fade, it's just wall, right?
There is like some like curvature to it, like as if it were a cloud, like a sinking cloud. But yeah, aside from that, it just stops.
On that note, Haley. Do the denizens of that bog ever venture outside of it?
You mean the fish?
For example.
Well, some of them do, but those are the nice ones. Nice ones.
Right.
There are people that live in there. Say what? Mercer looks over his shoulder like, what? What?
I mean, it's different people in different culture.
Dahlia shrugs like from the jungle. I can't speak.
So,
You're right.
so if we were to catch a breather here, we wouldn't be, say, ambushed by those spooky fish?
No. They don't really come to the
good
edge
to know.
anyways. So, yeah, stand up here? Question mark.
Yeah, Dahlia's gonna do a perimeter sweep while we set up. She's gonna do like a little patrol.
Roll perception.
She's both looking for threats and for possible crafting materials for her purposes.
I can assist, at least with the perimeter search sweep.
Hell yeah.
And we'll focus on assisting with the camp.
Yeah.
Advantage
help
them?
out.
There you guys go. Here's a campfire.
Woo! Oh
Don't
god,
worry.
Fire Nation!
Just shut up, dude. 20. Looking around, you don't see any denizens, good nor bad, in your guys' immediate proximity. You do still hear the continuous din, the rumblings of swamp life specifically. Not only every now and again the shards that constitute the spectral fish you guys had just faced, not near you, just out in the distance, but other things as well. You see a crane flying out of the swamp. You hear frogs going ribbit and splashing around splish splash. They were taking a bath, that sort of stuff. Like it's
Look it up.
the thing that probably throws you off, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Actually, no, I think it probably does. In your homeland, there were things that were supernatural, right? They were in their nature magical, or at least some equivalencies thereof, and they usually oftentimes either had a immensely symbiotic or immensely counter-destructive connection to the normal world around them, right? One creature might be made of wood, made like a tree, like a walking treant, and it would have a great symbiotic nature with like the animal that comes across. Others might just outright just destroy everything like a fucking walking wrecking ball. Again, nature doesn't account for that; they just are there, and it has to suffer through it. So, both ends of the spectrum there, right? Here is the opposite. It's almost as if nature and the supernatural have like an armistice, a treatise of like, you don't fuck with us, we don't fuck with you, and everything's kosher. Right? These spectral fish don't care for the crane that flies by, nor the frogs that go ribbit underneath it. The swamp gas even doesn't seem like it melts you guys. Doesn't care about the fish, the trees. I mean, aside from the trees just naturally probably being this sad and despairful, aside from that, it doesn't melt them away. Like, you can see a tree right there, still intact. And you definitely see some component of that through Haley, right? She can walk through the mist fine. Obviously, not so fine to not get assaulted by said spectral fish. So there's probably some limit somewhere, some threshold, some cutoff. But it does throw you off how weird things are, yet so peaceful. So that's what your 20 perception gets to.
In terms of materials to work with out here, wood, obviously. The ground itself, I mean, here's a weird question. What's the dirt quality like? Is it very grainy, sandy? Would it make a good mud?
Probably this good capability of making mud. There's probably peat aplenty around here. I guess as you go higher up, you might find some drier, albeit still damp, soil. Things like that. So.
Okay.
Yeah. When you're looking for clay deposits, you probably have to go a bit further down. So was that scratching? This was
Yeah, I'm hearing that too. It's throwing me off.
Yeah, where was that? What is that?
Isn't he not?
Oh, it's probably the kittens.
Oh yeah, Nina, did you ever put your noise suppression back on?
I
Oh.
take that as a no.
Yeah. We just mute.
So
Sorry, my computer's making a lot of weird noises and my internet's cutting out, so this is hell. Apologies for that.
What else? Aside from Dolly and Falk doing a quick perimeter sweep, what are the rest of you guys doing? As I begin moving NPCs.
And set up camp, I guess. Which is very done with the day.
Aurelia will also help, and Mercer's going to keep an eye out.
Yeah, always need a guard.
Eva, on the other hand, will be ascending this tree.
Oh, she's ascending. There she goes. The Emperor has chosen her to leave this day.
She's seemingly scanning the swamp. You guys got a fire going, and Haley immediately goes by and warms her hands. Ah.
What do you want?
Especially how cold it is.
It's abnormally cold for the city.
No, but I'm not from here.
Is it just the bug?
Yeah, it's a cold spot. It's still smelly, though. I might have an answer to that. He goes over here, reaches into his pouch, and pulls out what looks to be incense.
Ooh, lovely.
Crumbles it, sort of lays it out.
Is that going to attract attention?
No more so than a fire would.
Oh, fair enough. That's somebody's boots.
As he lays the incense in trickling amounts on the fire, he does, you guys see, do a bit of a prayer. Not saying anything aloud, but he takes a knee. Prays. Communes. And then gradually, the scent of incense begins to almost push away the swamp air. The gross smell. There's still some hint of it. If you guys like breathed really deep, you would catch some element of it. But aside from that, it does. But passively, it does seem a lot better. Ah, that smells so much better. Agreed. Thank you, Mr. Declan. Night Prospect Declan. Night. Nothing. As you say, Miss Haley. In the background, out of the corner of your guy's eye, you guys see Mercer shake his head like, this dumb fuck.
The stupid bastard. He just gave his name away for free.
In fairness, like, there aren't stories of people selling their names out. The fairy tales don't exist unless you guys are from the Dream Rampant. So anytime you guys say fairy tale, I redact it in my mind and change it to storybook. Just so you guys know. Because again, fairy tales don't exist. Fairies, for 99.99% of the population, don't exist. Elves don't exist. So, no one has any basis for it. That being said, though, it's still a wise idea not to get familiar with dark powers. Name powers or not. Still not a good idea. What is this? What the fuck is that?
There's little stumps that are cut into chairs.
Do you guys have that much time and ability?
I'm just having a little fun with it. I'm just doodling.
Oh, somebody's boots or something that they're putting out by the fire. I'm like, do you really want to be taking your boots off?
Like,
Man,
might not be
not the worst
worst
idea.
Yeah. I don't want to get athlete's foot. You can keep your feet propped up on like a rock or something while they dry.
Yes. Oh, I'll be stinging.
No, I got the instance going. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody will smell your feet. Your cheesy feet.
So, we'll be stationing here for the night. Oh, what constitutes it?
Long enough.
Very well. Takes off his helmet.
Alright.
I saw this.
Odyssey.
I saw this art, and I was like, I know I gotta grab it. The armor's not the same, but I gotta grab it.
Let's see.
I gotta grab it.
Related.
Zoom in.
It's because they're blonde and blue.
Yeah.
Someone's got to send a picture for me.
Alec. Snip.
I must know.
I mean, whether or not he's hot is up to your guys' determination. All I'm saying is he's got a positive charisma score.
He's Melonian. They're not allowed to be ugly.
Unless they're poor.
Actually, no, this music's way too eerie. Let me change to something a bit more calming. Maybe Majula music?
Ooh.
Majula's always
Majula
good,
music.
right? It's not quite a swamp song, but that's fine. It's Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 2 has a lot of swamps.
Oh god.
I think they probably have
sense
the
of
most.
security.
Actually, I don't know, maybe I give them. Anyways,
I remember the swamp in Dark Souls 2.
there's like the poison fog outside the fort. There's a windmill, which I guess is a poison swamp zone.
Really?
Yeah, Harvest Valley. The first DLC, I guess it's not a swamp. It is like poison bullshit central though. Yeah. Had to turn this one up. So the evening is your guys's. To do as you see fit. Time is vague here, so. I'm hungry. You guys have anything to eat?
We have rations at least.
Guys? Please.
Be a good
Well,
way to
not-
test if she can eat our food. Back with our world.
Oh yeah, where are you guys from?
Hmm.
A lot of places.
How to eat
In a way that's all. That's an either easy question or a really hard question. Here you go, Haley. You may have some of my food. Thank you, Miss. How are you? Ah, the face palmers in the background. Ah. She's just a child, Massa. You don't need to be so afraid. Are you afraid of children?
There's the child right
He-
now.
He looks up, like through his like face palmed hand at Aurelia and then over to Haley, and it does not take an insight roll to tell what he's thinking. If
Afraid.
she's a child,
Mhm.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Roma is completely on the same wavelength as him right now. Like, nope, demon child.
Immediately demon child. Alright.
Demon child. No, she ain't going anywhere near that.
Mm. My compatriots are concerned as to your origins, Miss Haley. Can you divulge some information about it? Perhaps I might put some people. Looks at Mercer at ease. Sure. What do you want to know? Declan sits against his tree trunk. Tree trunk. There you go. Where are you from? Let's start with that. I guess here in the Vesper World. Not here. Points out the sunken earth that you guys are sitting in. Northeast of here. On the border to the beyond. Border? Yeah. Oh, right. You guys aren't from around here. We're trying to get into the beyond, probably, right? He says, looking over at you guys. What do you guys
Nod.
think? Okay. Yeah, he doesn't know like how far these perches go, right? But following the Deathwing tail, it does go into the beyond. Haley's like nibbling on like a granola bar, like a fucking hamster right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are your parents? Don't know.
You were raised by your uncle, you said?
Wait, so wait. How do you know he's your uncle if you don't know who your parents are? I mean, I guess he's not actually my uncle, but I still call him that. Yeah. Mercer shrugs like, okay, fair enough.
Adopted.
What is your uncle's name? You only ever called him the Warden.
And that's all he likes to be called as. I don't know his actual name. I think. Uh-oh! I think once he was from beyond this place. Not the beyond, but like you guys are. Beyond.
And being here changed him?
Yeah.
Have What?
You can roll inside if you
See.
if you want to. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
No, but
I
I'm,
don't think
yeah,
she's
no,
lying, but she's omitting.
I don't think she
something.
knows.
Well, I wouldn't have advantage, but if I have
Yeah.
the +4, he's pretty good.
yeah, 16.
16 and 19. Okay, pretty good. She's not lying, first off. But she's also not divulging the entire content, the extent of his story. To Jin on the 19, you can tell she's just not comfortable in doing it because it's not hers. So
I mean, that's
she's answering your Ed's question. Like, yeah, this place did change him. He just doesn't want to say exactly how.
I suppose if we meet him, we can tell. If he wants to.
Yeah. He always likes company. Which is, I think, stupid, but, you know. Why is it stupid? Well, because he's always in the woods. Like, if he likes company that much, then he should set up somewhere. Have people come around, like all the inns and taverns around the place.
Inns and taverns?
Uh-huh. Oh, right, you guys are... Sorry, I had to keep reminding myself, you guys are so new here.
We were expecting...
Yeah.
At least I was expecting just wilderness force.
I mean, there's a lot of that still, don't get me wrong, but yeah, there's inns and taverns and towns, farms, cottages, ranches, all sorts of things around here.
I don't trust that either.
Oh,
I'm not lying. Chief Rumps. Hmm. You'll see.
You'll all see.
Yeah, right.
You'll see when you guys go deeper in. You'll see.
What are the patrons like normally then in these inns and taverns? Out of curiosity.
I mean, she shrugs. It changes a lot. I mean, there's some like her. She points at Dahlia.
Dahlia perks up.
Some like her. Some that are cat-like. There are frog people. Oh, stay away from Ratkin though. They'll jump you.
Yeah,
Mercy's like I was like, oh yeah, it's just like what Tarquin was saying earlier.
yeah. Fucking rats.
There's rabbit people.
But
I mean, there's
cat
like
people won't jump you.
I mean, they'll trick you, but they usually let you keep most of your stuff.
Yeah, sounds like them.
There are people like us, more I don't know, human. I don't know, just people. Oh, and there are places of like talking animals. You guys might have seen one on the way in.
I'm already enchanted.
Yeah, my favorites are bird villages. They set up really high up. Big nest. Hard to trade with, but it's cool once you get up there.
All kind of grimaces at the talk of bird people.
We'll trade. So there's commerce here. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Hold on, rolling something.
Not his best showing, but pretty fucking good still.
No, it's not him. Those interested may roll insight.
Okay. Oh shit.
All
If
is
you
well.
give me a second, I'm just booting up my
All is well.
laptop so I can roll, or someone could roll for me,
You
or
got
you
a
could
little-
roll for me, please.
Oh, I shouldn't have that +7. That's my bad. I did not mean to have the nature one. Second one's a 3, so -3.
Yep. This all is tracking pretty well. Yep, this is all tracking pretty well. Okay. To Falk, Caradoc, and Jin, as people that are, how to say, more attuned to Eva, you have some natural eye for spotting similar in her sister. When Mercer begins talking about you guys have commerce, you guys see Aurelia put on a nice neutral smile, but internally you guys can see that she's going, oh no. Oh no, you fucking got his hyperfixation going. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, yeah. We trade a coin. What do you guys trade with? Coin. What type of coin do you guys trade with? I have some on me. Produces it. Same as ours. Mind if I look at it? He holds out his hand to receive it. Are you gonna give it back? Yeah. Promise? Yes, I promise. Okay. Royal looks at him. What happened to all that failed children? This is different. This is investigation. He says as he's like lifting up one of the coins to his eye.
Yes, investigation, of course.
He gives it back to Haley. The mint is the same as ours. Well, these are the ones I've come across. Eulonian mint. I have some other different ones. She holds them out. Ventorian. Ryugen.
Huh.
And that one's a free roamer coin. Ventorian? Free roamer? Countries from where we're from. Oh! So I thought about Eugen? That one over there is from the Rusin realms. Ryugen.
Cool.
Ryugen. Ryugen.
Pretty good.
Why is it so hard to say?
Well, it's not, but okay.